I'm joined by Miles Mador out of Pace Academy 2025, one of the top uncommitted catchers in the state of Georgia in that class. Miles, man, appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me today.
I watched a video of you working from the receiving position with a smaller glove, a heavy glove. Tell me how that kind of work kind of helps in terms of, you being able to be in the best position when it comes to framing a ball.
Yes, sir. When I use the small glove, it really works on catching it in the right spot. So me and my catching instructor, David, really work hard on making sure catching it right in the pocket, right in the web. And with the heavy glove, it makes you stay under the ball as long as possible and come through it. So those are my two drills I like to work the best. So
sometimes it is going outside the box in terms of taking those little baby steps to kind of separate yourself to being one of the best catchers in the country. Mm-hmm. What are those other things that we don't see you do in terms of getting better that you do when no one's watching?
Well, me and my instructor, David, we really work on keeping our diet like healthy, eating a lot of protein, a lot of rice, chicken, vegetables, and we also work on like really different drills that he has been taught through his Venezuelan years and his pro ball years. So learning from him, from a pro ball player, it's really helping me.
Obviously, there's more to being a catcher than just the receiving. I always like to talk to guys about how you learn a pitcher and how you learn what to say to a pitcher when knowing their arsenal. How long does that process take for you to truly know what a guy needs to hear in those key moments?
Well, I've known my pitchers now. We haven't really included too many other pitchers to our team yet, but from the pitchers I know, like, it's just about knowing their rhythm, their timing, what's going on in their mechanics, and if they feel like they're not messing up, I can see it. I just have to go out there, tell them to breathe, calm down, like you're still in this.
So I've talked to catchers from older generations, and a lot of them didn't really get a chance to call a game until they sometimes got to A-ball or a little bit higher in the minor league system. But it seems like now guys are getting a lot more of a chance at a younger age. How comfortable are you in terms of being able to read a situation and call pitches?
Me and my high school coaches have talked about it. They wanted me to call the game starting this year, which would be my sophomore year. So we've worked in the bullpens and outside of practices on learning like what different pitchers' pitch mixes are and how to handle their 2-strike counts, their 3-2 counts. So it's been fun working with them.
I mean, it's hard to like really get used to that though without actually doing it. So do you kind of find yourself like watching major league games and going, okay, if this is, I'm telling them to throw this in this situation?
Yeah, I've been watching the playoffs and reading the signs and like what they're calling on 0-2, 1-2 counts. So that's how I learn.
I mean, watching video on you, I mean, the bat absolutely plays. What's the next kind of piece for you in terms of being a hitter?
This whole offseason through August, September, I've been working on trying to get my legs more engaged. So just really loading into that backside has been my help. So
we talked about this off camera, so I'm going to ask you about it now. You get an opportunity to play with R.J. Austin on his way to Vanderbilt. What's it like to play with a guy that you know is going on to that level and someone who's playing at such a high level to get there? Man,
he brings a lot of energy to the game. I think that's one of his more underrated aspects. Like whenever he's on the field, big energy, big play style. He's just really fun to play with, and he taught me a lot this freshman season.
Okay, so we talked to you about it being a hitter. I want to see it in action, so I'm going to have you grab your bat and take us through your setup. Sound good?
Yes, sir. Okay. So when I step in the box, my big thing is always keep my legs engaged. So when I step in, I get the sign from the coach, and I push my hips back to make sure my ribs stay over the plate, so I can get leverage over the ball. So when I load back, I'm here and my ribs stay over. So that's my big thing when I step in the box, just pushing those hips back, staying in athletic position every time.
Miles, man, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Make sure everyone can find Lake Point Sports on all our social media channels. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You'll find so much more of the athletes that come here to show out.